Hello and welcome back to the Exchange 2013 Bootcamp. And in this module we're going to look at making the test lab more interesting. So just making it a little bit more interesting and fun to work with, and so we can start to explore a lot more of the features that Exchange 2013 has. So first, let's just quickly recap what we've done so far. So if you've been following along with the lessons that have been put online, for the free lessons that have been put online, you'll have built your own virtual machines, created an Active Directory forest and domain, and then installed Exchange Server 2013 into that forest. We also looked at configuring the SSL certificates for the Exchange server, and then we established inbound and outbound mail flow for that server. So now what can we do to start making this test lab environment a little bit more realistic and a little bit more interesting to play with? So what we're going to do next is we're going to create and configure mailbox databases. So you'll learn about creating new mailbox databases, moving the existing mailbox database, as well as a few other configuration options that I'll show you. We're going to create test users in Active Directory, and there's a really useful PowerShell script that we're going to use for that. We're going to look at creating mailboxes for those test users, so you'll begin to learn about recipient administration, creating recipients, creating them in bulk. We're also going to create some distribution groups and just demonstrate how we can manage distribution group membership. And then we'll also simulate email traffic within the Exchange organization. Now, again, I'll have a PowerShell script that we can implement that's going to take care of that for us. And one of the great things about this script is it basically just sits there running in the background, and it just generates email traffic between mailboxes and to and from mailboxes and distribution groups within your organization. And it just makes things a little bit more interesting because there's always some email traffic there that you can use later on for testing backup and recovery, learning about message tracking logs, and basically things like that. If you just had the test lab just sitting there doing nothing, you'd have to manually generate that traffic every time you wanted to test one of those scenarios, and that's just really not as interesting. All right, so let's get started.